Yeah, I'm a MILF. Man, I love fishing.
Thanks, Hamish, for that one. That was absolute classic. Banger that was.
Yeah, you guessed it, guys. We're talking about Extraction, starring Christopher Hemsworth.
Because that was very clear from the joke.
Because he goes fishing in it, right?
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think he does.
Yeah, at the beginning when he tries to drown, I see
Yeah.
fish.
Oh,
Don't you
yeah,
remember
he
that part?
does. He spearfishes with his
Yeah.
entire body.
I mean, he is a pretty sharp man.
And then he
must
just
say.
kind of like sat down and contemplated as he missed.
Meditated.
And then we saw flashbacks from his son.
Oh, yeah. That was really confusing for me when I first saw the flashback. I'm like, okay, cool. No, doesn't the movie start with a cutscene at the very beginning?
Yeah, it
cutscene.
does.
No, yeah, not a cutscene, but
Yeah, well, this is a COD
a-
campaign, so
Yeah, it is.
Foreshadowing.
It is actually a Call of Duty movie, so you would imagine it starts with a cutscene.
yeah.
Exactly.
And then we got to
Good.
play as the character, and I loved all the
You know,
missions.
as I chose the character Ovi, I really felt that he'd be able to do more things, but Joel, you kind of just carried me.
Yeah. Hamish, when you were the other hitman, I think Saju Rav, you were pretty good. But
Yeah.
Tyler, he was the best.
I'm pretty sure I developed Stockholm syndrome during that though. Like I don't know why I went to Joel instead of like Hamish, my make believe my pretend father for like the past 10 years, and instead went to this man who just picked me off,
Right?
who just killed an entire room.
Well, yeah, but Soju, was that his name? Soju?
Yeah, Saju.
Was actually, remember, trying to kill them. Or not them, but
Trying to
Tyler.
kill.
He killed
Yeah,
like
that's
four of
because-
Tyler's friends, and then they just made up they had just handshook and like, yep, that's it.
Let's be real here. Tyler, for all we know, could have just for all Ovi know, could have just like kidnapped him and just taken him to like some other cartel.
My favorite part was when Tyler and Soju should have died at least 3 times in the movie.
Oh yes,
Like when
my favorite part.
when they both each get hit by a car.
No, but he broke his nose. Remember?
No, yes.
You saw all that
Gets
blood.
hit. He gets hit by a truck, breaks his
Into
nose.
like a car.
Oh, that's just a little nose breaker. I can just click it back in.
Yeah, they got up like over and over again. It was pretty impressive. I feel like that's a real metaphor for life. When you get hit
You
by
get
a truck,
knocked down,
you
you
get
get
back
up
up.
again. You're never gonna hold me down.
is that
Ain't
a
nothing gonna break my
That's
stride.
a song.
Ain't
Nothing
gonna
won't
hold
touch
me
down.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I
You got
got
to
to
keep
keep
on
on
moving.
swimming.
So do we want to talk about the first
Movie?
scene?
Oh,
Which
of
one?
course.
Or when he gets shot in the leg and crawls?
No, like at the very in the beginning when he's in Australia.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the swimming
Represent.
part.
Yeah, and he just kind
That
of
was in Australia?
Yeah, that was in the middle of Australia.
Oh,
There was Aboriginal / Torres Strait Islander actors.
I thought they were in like India because the Indian lady was there.
That no.
No, she came.
Did you
She
not
flew.
tell because of the massive Australian accents all of them had?
And
I
also,
thought they were just
also
on
the
a holiday.
also the helicopter that flew
that's-
in,
I thought that was his like ticket
Okay.
out of there.
and
Sure.
and the little white text at the bottom of the screen, like in a Call of Duty campaign where it says the
It said
The movie
location.
isn't this
Australia.
deep, Joel. The movie isn't this deep.
Let's
I
be
mean,
honest
they
here.
do swim pretty deep.
What are you guys' thoughts on Chris Hemsworth's entire character just being based around like just multiple cliches for like action movies?
I mean, I thought the acting was alright.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
They did a
wasn't
pretty
getting
good
engaged with
job.
the acting.
it was
It
pretty
Yeah.
was pretty
cool.
nice.
But I could not care any less what happened to Tyler.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he can't
His
die.
relationship with Ovi was nice, but other than that, he kind of was just one note.
He had like the entire thing that you've seen multiple times of just being like, oh, battle hardened soldier, lost family, drinks a bunch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But
That
I felt like the cliche with the what with his daughter dying or like
Son.
son. That's right.
and what happened? And
It was a
then the
bit
wife just left him.
unnecessary. Yeah. Well, he left the wife.
No, I think the son dying gave greater reason to why and into the motives of Tyler's actions. Otherwise,
Yeah, no, I feel
it
like
gave you a
it's
feeling like why he would be protecting Ovi.
no, I feel like it's good like that, but I don't think we needed to see it because we've seen so many tropes and cliches like that before that doesn't.
Oh, so you think they could have done it a different way?
Yeah, instead of just showing the flashback that we see in all the movies.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like that would have added a bit more creativity in it. Yes, I know.
I don't think
words.
the movie they couldn't have changed it too much because it was based on a book.
Was it?
Yeah, it was
Actually,
based.
they changed quite a bit from the book.
Well, I never read the book.
I was doing some reading. I didn't read the book, but I was doing some research. In the book, it's if I'm not mistaken, a female, like drug lord who kidnaps an 18-year-old female teenager girl.
Hmm.
And at the end, he like falls into the river, but then the book shows him in hospital, and he's all good.
Well, that's probably what happened. But
I'm pretty sure he was shot in the chest by a sniper and then shot in the neck by an
He
AK.
was shot in the leg and then
then
the neck.
Regardless, in the movie, he is not ending up in a hospital like a GTA cut, like a GTA. Oh,
I
he
mean,
died.
in the end scene, he was
$300.
just
Yeah, in
chilling
the
there.
end, he was.
At the end, he was just standing there, being like, "Yeah, I didn't die."
He fell into a fucking river.
Yeah, but don't you remember he meditated at the start?
And don't you remember the part when it's like
When the kid says, "You don't die in a river by drown." What did he say? It was some metaphor about
Oh yeah,
not
you don't
drowning,
drown by swimming in the river. You drown by
not
staying
coming
under.
up. Yeah, staying
Yeah,
under.
not coming up.
and he
Whatever, something
didn't
like that.
stay under. He came up.
Yeah, he came up.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's him at the end. Trust me.
Yeah.
I
It's
do not remember him coming up. I
100%.
might have walked away for that
Also
1 second.
notice how at the end that's an Australian school, as you can tell by the lifeguards with the red and yellow colors.
Oh, actually.
Yeah.
Wait, where? at?
But aren't there Indian kids everywhere?
No, but there's also white kids everywhere. That's probably just his group of friends.
Uh,
But I don't think Tyler
Interesting.
mentioned what country he was from, unless
He
oh,
had
was
the
just really
biggest
good.
accent. All right.
Yeah, true. Okay, it wasn't too
Oi,
hard.
g'day, mate.
Yeah, mate, good.
Yeah, nah. I'm from Britland.
Britland.
You can
Yes,
do Britland.
The land of the Brits. All right. What do you think of the CGI? Special effects.
I
It
just
was
couldn't tell it was there, to be
fine.
honest.
It was pretty
It was
good.
pretty good. Especially with all the stunt and the action was so easy to follow that
Oh,
didn't feel like it
man,
was
I
all
got
in your
some stuff
face.
about the action.
Oh, go on, tell
The
me all about
one
it, Hamish.
take, that one take, like car fight, all
Throw-
that scene,
jump off
that
a
was
roof.
really good.
Yeah.
I thought that was done really well.
I felt like the oversaturation made the explosions look a little weird.
I liked how they seemed weary during the knife fight, but not too weary that they didn't try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it made it look more realistic.
We're just gonna
But
skip
then-
over my point.
Oh yeah, what was your point, Kochi? I didn't hear that.
I felt like the explosions were a bit weird because of the oversaturation filter. Like they
Oh,
were a
dude.
bit yellow.
Don't get Twitter
Oh, yeah.
started on that. Did you see what happened on Twitter? It's just like people just whinging about like how Hollywood always complains that third world countries are so yellow, which I agree with because I don't know if you guys know or anything, but I lived in India for a couple years when I was
Yeah.
younger,
Yeah.
and it
Is
is
it-
not. It's
it's not
only
yellow?
that yellow when there's a dust storm.
Oh, so you're like Ovi.
I wouldn't say that, but because I
He
wasn't
wasn't
the son of a
kidnapped by
drug lord and kidnapped and held at gunpoint multiple times, and like was tortured. But yeah, you could say a movie.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I feel like they threw the saturation level in after like post VFX and everything. They're like, yeah, just
Yeah.
throw it in. Just see what happens.
If you look in the snapshot for the trailer on IMBD, it's actually just normal colored. Like it's all like just actual colors. And then you go in and watch the movie and it's just yellow.
Yeah, I feel
It's
like
kind of
they
weird.
should only use filters like that to distinguish against present time and past time. Like flashbacks and stuff. That's a good way to distinguish between scenes to make them different and yeah. At least
Mm.
Australia wasn't that yellow.
But yeah, but Hollywood's not trying to
I
portray a third world
I
country,
just
are they?
remember Australia being grey.
Really?
It wasn't very vibrant Australia, if I recall.
Yeah,
That
it
It
was
was,
was
it
like
was
more it was
dark.
dark,
it was
monotony
in the
type
Yeah,
thing.
middle of Australia, right? Like
yeah.
Yeah,
When
you know
there's
what's in the
desert,
middle? Yeah, bright red rocks known as Uluru.
yeah, well, nah, it's bright. I don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy.
Let's look at. I'm gonna Google Uluru right now. Is this great? Is this does this? Yeah, that is very red, my man.
Nah, it's actually grey. Those are just photo filters done by the government to make it look better.
he's
To get
finally
more.
gone senile.
The government is portraying Australia as this vibrant place, but it's all black
Yeah,
and
let's.
white.
You know, I'm gonna have to agree with that one. This is absolutely insane. Nowhere would they do this. The moon, fake. Uluru, fake. The building, the Eiffel Tower, fake. It's just a giant poster. You know, and Hamish,
Uh, am I also fake?
you're fake. You're not
Oh,
real.
oh shit.
You're an illusion of a
Who have
person,
we
part of
been
our
recording
our
with this whole
collective
time?
imagination. You're just a physical embodiment of humanity.
Then what is he?
The physical embodiment of
Were you not
humanity.
listening?
I said it very clearly there, Joel. He's a physical embodiment of human.
So, who have we been recording with? No one?
No, we've been recording with Hamish. He's just all humans.
Oh,
Like if you got the average
Hamish.
of all humans, he'd just be Hamish.
dude.
Yeah, that's pretty remarkable. That's pretty unique.
Yeah. I mean, it really isn't unique when you think about it. If you're every single human.
Yeah, but no one
Kinda.
else is every single human. Oh
Like-
my god, what have we just stumbled across? Is this a paradox?
Oh no.
I told you Extraction was a deep movie.
I feel like when they killed Hopper, I was very sad.
I couldn't care less because I didn't feel anything for his character.
He was a prick.
What was his
through
name?
The entire beginning. Like as soon as you saw him, you knew he was gonna go evil.
What was his name?
Call him Hopper.
I don't know.
From Stranger Things.
I'm I don't I'm gonna find it. Give me 1 second. From now on just keep talking about him.
Well, I felt like he fought very well. Like against Chris Hemsworth. Like he's a 6'4" man, does like biggest muscles in the world. Hopper like was on it, you know? But then the kid
True.
was like, yeah, nah, I'ma kill you.
Shot him.
I don't
Yeah, that
I
was a bit of a dog move, not gonna lie.
Yeah, because Hopper was Chris's friend. And I feel like he wouldn't have killed Tyler. Like, he would have injured him maybe, but I wouldn't have killed him because Tyler saved his life in a past movie. That's another trope I don't like. Just being like, oh, yes, I remember you from a past time, which never happened
Now,
on screen.
I happen to be very nearby, and I happen to have a favor from you. Thank you, man. Thank you, Gaspar.
Was that his name?
Yeah, it's
Gaspar.
Gaspar. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, from the very beginning you saw him drive up, you just knew something was wrong with his character. Like you knew he was gonna be like, I'm actually working for the enemy. Was it just me who got that feeling?
They are paying me more than whatever you're paying me, so
And you're not even paying me.
I must throw out our entire past history and friendship because
Money. Money.
To be fair, he was a mercenary.
Yeah,
To be
yeah.
fair. And Tyler
there
is
was
meant
like
to be a
that.
mercenary, but instead he's a kid saver.
I can't believe he saved the child. Unfucking believable.
I thought the child
Is
would
it?
have died.
Oh, I like that part where he beat up all those kids.
Yeah, that was so good. Child beating
Yes.
simulator.
You see the one where he smashed the kid through the fucking window?
Yeah.
Like he opened the door. Dude, that was the best
Oh
scene.
yeah.
That was the best fight scene out of any of them. He's like, "You fucking little shits,"
Now
and
that
just beat the fuck out of children.
that would have made a
Oh,
good COD campaign.
I have never. No,
A good
I've.
level.
Is it just me, or do we need to see more movies revolving around people getting children getting beaten up by
We
an
do need
adult
to see more
who was like
movies.
super overpowered?
He's a 6'4" god and against like small
Hey,
children.
the child had an Uzi. Let's be real here. It was a fair fight.
Could he even like control the recoil of an Uzi?
Probably not.
He would like shoot it and then it would just fly up and shoot him in the head.
You know, it was awfully convenient that they were there, though. You know, actually, talking about the fight scene, do you remember near the beginning when they're running away from the police and they go into like the apartment blocks? They had
Oh yeah.
they had it focused on that one like police officer who was going around searching through buildings and it come out, and then it just cut, and then he just walks searching everything. And you're like, yeah, good in him, dude. He's just doing his job, and then it just cuts to him getting his throat slit open.
Right, half of these police officers are literally just doing their job. Because Tyler is a mercenary from another country in their country killing police officers.
Quite a lot of people.
Yeah, I feel like...
There is due reason here. Self-defense, my ass. They didn't shoot him until they shot back.
Yeah. So... Is Tyler the villain or the hero?
Well,
Now
I
it's a question of morals. If we're going on, if we're going like on body count, I'd say Tyler, but he saved the child. That definitely makes up for the hundreds of lives he touched.
He saved one child.
Speaking
Oh,
of
yeah, sorry.
children, what about that guy who threw the kid off the roof?
There's so many children died in this film.
Why did that child
And
need
the
to
guy
die?
who got headshot, the teenager who got headshot at like the start.
I didn't understand why.
Wait, what team?
Like Ovi's friend, they were smoking
Oh,
a
yeah.
joint
Oh,
or
yeah.
something, and the cop just
Holy-
shoots him in the
I
head.
completely forgot about that.
Can we get a children death counter?
I'm gonna try and think of this. He spared. There was one child died in the beginning. Chris spared one child. Okay, only one child died.
No, two.
Two. The
Two, who was the
teenager
other?
and the guy who got thrown off the roof.
Oh yeah, that other child died.
And
Okay,
also
so
one
two.
of those
And
children.
then a bunch
like,
of children just got beat the fuck up.
I feel like one of them died from like a concussion or something.
Yeah, maybe the guy who's got like smashed in the head with the car door.
Oh no, that was the guy who shot him in the neck. at
No,
the end.
was it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
So
that's
he was
right. and He was
fine.
like, he humiliated
That guy
me.
also cut off his own finger.
Yeah, to show loyalty. It was kind of like, what the fuck, bro?
And then the mob boss was like, yeah.
But, cool, dude. Thanks.
Cool.
Please don't cut your other finger off like that again.
Yeah.
Bit of a witch. Imagine someone, like, even in real life, with that much. There's like, I feel like there's a point of where loyalty becomes so much that it's just creepy.
Yeah.
No matter how capable you are. Like, if you are like, I know I failed. Let me chop off my dick and hand it to you while you're eating dinner in a silver casket. You'd be a little creeped out. Is it just me?
Yeah.
Well, Joe, I know you might like people handing you their cocks in like silver caskets, but for the rest of us here, it's a bit weird.
No?
No? Okay,
No.
fair enough. I shouldn't have assumed. My apologies.
Anyway, Charlie, welcome to the Bruv Movie Podcast.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hi everyone, it's me, Hymil,
Famous Twitch streamer and YouTuber and influencer.
influencer. That's right. Just sculpting the minds of young children everywhere to prevent them from joining cartels and getting beaten up by Chris Hemsworth wherever I go. It's just
Also,
it's my one true calling.
yeah, so Lockie isn't here today, unfortunately. He couldn't make it, so we got Hymil instead.
You act like I was just rushed here. You said I was going to be on the podcast like 3 months ago.
Yes, but did we not say in those 3 months we were writing and producing the greatest episode of the Bra Movie podcast yet?
That's right.
And here it
Every
is.
word. Every word that has been spoken so far has been scripted. Every joke scripted, rehearsed, practiced, set to the prime.
The times when we speak over each other and ruin each other's like train of thought,
On
scripted.
purpose.
It's all a
It's
lie.
just so it all seems more natural.
Exactly. And then there's Hamish, the classic host of the movie podcast, and then there's me,
Yes, the host.
the special
Uh,
guest who's been in every episode.
Are you really that special anymore then?
Well, my mum still calls me special, I guess. Anyway,
Alright, back onto the film.
anything else? It's a pretty
I
short
want to.
film.
I just want to talk about Oh yeah, Hamish, you go first.
I was actually gonna mention the villain in this movie was awful.
Yeah,
I hate it. Was so he was in like 5 scenes and he had like 2 lines of dialogue.
yeah. You didn't really dislike him because he like for one of the scenes he just sat there and watches a chick got thrown off. It's like cool.
But wasn't Chris Hemsworth the villain?
You know what? I think you're right. They were trying to. They were trying to like stop a drug. That guy only kidnapped the child, thinking he could stop the drug war. He was trying to do what was best for the drug
He was
cartel.
trying to do what's best for all of India, for Christ's sakes. He was
He was in Bangladesh.
It was in Bang. Yeah,
in
that
all of
part was in
Bangladesh and India.
No, the other guy ran.
The other
India.
guy. Only the beginning was in India.
In all of Bangladesh and Australia.
Ah, and a
There we
little bit
go.
of India and a little bit of Australia.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't forget about America.
When were they in America?
Oh, they weren't in America. I'm just saying that so the Americans don't feel sad that they weren't included.
What
Well,
about
yeah,
British?
and Canada.
Okay, let's be real.
South
The
America.
British can take it.
Africa.
The Americans, they might get a little sad.
Wuhan.
Wuhan?
Wuhan was in the film. I saw a couple bats.
Are you talking about Contagion now?
All right. So, what do you think of the other hitman? The other
Oh,
like the-
Saju.
yeah,
Oh, we
Saju.
haven't spoken
It
about
was-
him.
Yeah, I think he was fine. He was pretty cool.
He had motives. Like he's one of the characters who had like genuinely good
Yeah.
motives for what he was doing.
He just wanted a cheap deal. That's all.
I could almost predict that he was gonna team up with
Wait,
Chris
Koch, did you
Hemsworth's
just say?
character.
Did you just say that Did you just say a cheap deal is that all he wanted?
Yeah, because he didn't want
His
pay
family was going to be murdered, Kochi.
and he got an awesome bargain.
And he died.
He fucking died.
Whose
I
fault
agree.
was that?
That one teenage kid that cut off his finger.
No, he killed Tyler.
No, the sniper killed
Oh, that's right.
Saju.
Yeah, the sniper's fault then.
Who is that guy? Just a random
He was
military
like
general?
he was like the main
General.
villain's like left hand man.
He was a corrupt general for the army.
Then who was the
Yeah.
fat dude?
That was his right hand man.
But
That
then
was, yeah, that was. Did
What
you
The
about
know
general
that
was his left hand man.
And then he had like the personal butler as like the
I like
parrot.
that little joke.
That was a pretty good one,
Yeah.
Hamish. I'm gonna have to give you a high five for that one.
don't talk about high fives in this time.
Wait, why not?
We can't high five. 1.5 meter distance. Come on. Come on.
I'll smack your cheeks then.
Ouch.
So back onto the film again. We seem to be going off topic very quickly. It's almost like the film is. That's pretty much all the film has to offer.
Why was the military general so good at sniping? I felt like he was like the boss in a COD campaign. Like he was the what's the villain in COD? I don't know any. Hamish, help
Ghost?
me out here. No, Ghost isn't a villain. He's a good dude.
I've never played the COD campaigns.
I've only played 2.
Fair enough.
Hamish, help us. You've played like
You fucking Hamish, come here.
Hamish. Fucking help.
Psst.
Are you
I'm googling it. Hamish just
villain?
died. Okay, what about the old Extraction movie? Do you guys want to talk about since it's also named Extraction, so we can legally talk about it?
yes, starring
Vin Diesel. No, Bruce Willis.
Same guy, really. Same man. Vin Diesel, Bruce Willis. What's the difference?
No difference. Well, yeah, I'm looking at we looked at the blurb earlier for the 2015 Extraction film. It's also rated R, coincidentally, made in the US. But
Was it based off the book?
it was not based off of the book.
It was kind of based off the book.
So
It
these are two of the
seems-
same movies, but just in different times.
It seems like it, but it's got a different premise. This one says a former CIA operative has been kidnapped by a group of terrorists, and his son learns there is no plan for his brother to be saved. So the son launches his own rescue mission. So it's kind of like an Uno reverse card
Yeah,
for like
so
the entire 2021.
yeah, like CS:GO, pretty much.
Yeah. So they just changed it from drug cartel to like terrorist. You know, it's probably a good change. I like the new one way better.
Yeah.
Like the premise.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the actors who were native to the scene. Like, we got Indian actors in India, Bangladesh actors in Bangladesh, Australian actors in Australia, and Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander actors
In
in
Australia.
Australia.
I think that had to do with I like to show diversity,
Yeah.
but especially when they're showing different countries, it's a bit weird to just kind of only have one group of like native people
But that's what
through
happens.
the entire globe, which tends to happen. Yeah, as you said, tends to happen in a lot of other films.
No, that just happens in real life. Like, well, you've been to India, Hymil, right?
Yeah.
How many
I
white
have.
people? Australians, like, looking around. Do you just see Christopher Hemsworth, like, on the corner?
I did not just see Christopher Hemsworth waiting at a bench-side table across a laundromat to be waiting to be kidnapped. Can't say I did. You
What
got
about
me.
his friends?
Nope, didn't see them.
But I bet you saw Ovi.
Like, you mean you
Ovi?
talking about Ovi? No,
Yeah,
I didn't. I
Ovi.
didn't. I don't think I saw Ovi either. You know, Kochi, I saw a lot of people in my time there, and honestly, I can't keep track.
How long were you there?
3 years.
Yeah,
I was like 8, dude.
it's quite a long time.
Yeah, I was also 8. So like, yeah, I'm pretty cultured, guys. The definition of culture is me, baby. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I've been to Thailand once. I'm pretty
I feel
cultured
like-
myself.
With what do you guys? What was your guys' favorite kill in the movie?
Ooh.
It's a tough question. Didn't mean to spring it on you like that.
I liked when he slammed the table into the dude's head.
That was a
Oh,
good
in the
kill.
when the first scene where
Yeah,
he
or the
murders-
rake.
Oh, the rake kill.
Ooh, I like
Yeah.
the coffee mug kill.
The
In,
co- oh,
in
the
the
coffin
first
one?
scene, he just picked up a coffee mug, threw it at the guy.
Oh,
but he didn't get back
I
up.
remember that.
Nah, he was
No,
dead.
that guy got back up.
Nah, he was dead.
All right, if we're talking about that scene specifically, which you guys chose yours from, I like the part where he just slammed that guy through a wall and his head just bashed the bricks and just like collapsed backwards. That
like
was
we're
that was a
so-
pretty nice shot.
We're so numb to violence that in like let's say 5 years ago we would have gone like ugh, but now we're like, ah, cool, nice kill, dude. Clutch up in the gulag.
I don't think 5 years ago we would have been like that. Maybe when we were, I remember when I was younger, I still watched violent films. But
Yeah,
that's just
This
myself.
is pretty violent. This is like watching John Wick when you're 5 years ago.
Dude, I hadn't heard of John Wick until the memes until like long after all the memes are happening with like the Fortnite skin.
Yeah.
Like was it even popular before that?
Yeah, because Keanu Reeves played him. Popular guy.
Yeah,
Sure,
absolutely.
he wasn't trending on Twitter at the time, but still popular.
True. Big actor.
Keanu Reeves or Hemsworth?
What I was confused about during the film was the payment method, how they did it.
What do you
They
mean?
said to just drop the package, but wouldn't it be better for them to just hold the kid ransom themselves? to wait till they got their money.
Well, they would have still held him ransom because all the hitmen were on the boat ready for the package, and then they would have left,
True.
and they would have had him with like 4 hitmen. But then Sergeant Rav would have came out of nowhere, being like, "Pew pew pew pew."
Yeah, if Sergeant didn't fuck that up, they would have been a-okay.
Yeah. And then Hemsworth would have still probably given over the kid because he has a soft heart for kids.
Exactly. It would have been like, yeah, dude, just take him. I don't care about the money anymore. But he didn't connect with Ovi before that. He connected with Ovi when he was injured in the arm, if I recall.
Yeah, I
At
think that's right.
at Gasper's house.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah,
The bedroom scene. That was a good scene.
Yeah.
where he got Tyler to cry.
Oh.
Did he just, dude? The only thing Ovi said was why. You know that like annoying kid in preschool? Like you'd be like, the sun is hot. Why? Because of it's burning. Why? Because of nuclear fusion. Why? Because it's got a lot of gravity. Why? Because a fucking space-time continuum, kid. Why? I don't fucking know. It's just so obnoxious. Well, it's not obnoxious because it actually played into the scene, but but like, it just reminded me of that one kid, and I think that's what ruined it for me. That scene, like the emotional tension, because it
Yeah.
just reminded me of that one stupid kid.
When you watched it, you have saturated flashbacks of that scene in your life.
Just
That one
PTSD.
kid, yeah.
That yes.
Yeah.
It was at the forefront of my memory.
Then again, I remember when I used to be like, yeah, but why? Because someone would give me a really bad answer. It'll be like, oh yeah, why the sky blue? Like,
Because light clouds.
Be-
Yeah, but
because
that's
of the
reasonable.
because of the water reflection. I'm like, yeah, no, that's wrong. Tell me the actual reason why. And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, why are you
fair-
raising me if you don't even know why the sky is blue?
I can't. Unbelievable. Absolute shocked. But to be fair, yeah, it's pretty good to be curious when you're younger, so you can learn more about the world.
Exactly.
Like, as annoying as it is good to do that.
Mm.
We talked earlier about the action scenes. I just want to draw that back to that because with the action scenes, that was a big chunk of the film.
Well, that's the point of it. They're meant to like bond in the action scenes, the characters, and they're meant to build character during the action scenes. Like, we show that Chris Hemsworth loves kids because he respects Ovi, right, in the action scenes.
And he
Later
he
he
didn't
beats
kill the
up
kids. He only smashed them through windows.
later he beats up like 5 kids, giving them all like hospital grade injuries. And since they don't have good healthcare in Bangladesh, I believe, since it's a third world country,
Ooh, okay.
they probably all just got infections and probably died or got amputations.
Not even a band-aid. They just die.
Hemsworth's a bad dude, alright?
Is that our conclusion for the end of this? Like for the podcast, is that just Hemsworth is a bad guy in this film? He's the villain.
He is a villain. The protagonist is the antagonist.
True. I don't fully agree with the fact that they built his character too much while killing people. The only thing they built was that he's not going to kill a child. But
yeah,
what he also did was
he would kill
I
fathers
feel like
though,
it kind of seemed
and
he killed fathers
husbands.
and wives. Was there some female officers?
Yeah, there was, and he just. Jesus.
No one. See, that's equality.
Equality.
No one is safe except for children.
Oh, children aren't even that safe. 1 minute, if you don't get killed by Hemsworth, you'll get thrown off a building by a drug cartel, or shot by another drug cartel person.
Yeah, things aren't looking too great for the children in this movie.
Yeah,
They got a real life ahead of them.
if you're a child and live in Bangladesh, I'd be scared.
Continue on with the action before we go off more ranting about children being beat up again. How did you guys feel that it was like broken up into chunks? Like they'd do a bit of action, it'll calm down, it'll slow down for a second, and then just go up and down. Like, think of like an AC wave of electricity.
An AC wave of electricity.
You know, like the wavy lines that go
Oh
up and
yeah,
down.
it did
The
feel a
little-
bit like that. It wasn't super smooth. It was like a bit whoa, 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 bit like yeah, AV lines. But
Did you guys feel like that made it better or worse though?
I feel like that made it better as he's no John Wick, alright? He's not like
Gave you time to breathe.
yeah, and also he's very like very sketchy. Like when you do a trick, you like it's a sketchy trick because he's not as clean as like most hitmen. Like John Wick, he'll be like, "Oh, this is easy.
Pure
Bang, bang,
headshot, pure
bang, bang,
headshot,
bang,
pure
bang,
headshot.
done." Well,
Mm.
Hemsworth is like, "All right, I'm ran out of ammo. What do I do? Oh, cool. There's a mug, oh, a rake, a table, a door, a car door." Yeah, he's very
Yeah, because it wasn't stated any. I don't believe it was stated during the film that he was like the best mercenary ever. It was just like, yeah, he's good at what he does.
yeah.
And then like so they didn't portray him to be the best in the game, like super overpowered.
Yeah,
And
he was a little super overpowered though.
yeah, well, I mean, yeah, of course, compared to untrained soldiers, he was slightly better than them.
I think some of the cops do have to go through training though, a lot of training.
But it's not military training.
Well, it's like a base level military training,
True.
and then
True.
also didn't the army come at the end? And
Oh yeah,
that's military training.
they still weren't great.
Yeah.
Hamish, you were
Yes.
saying about how it gave you room to breathe.
Yes.
Ah, How did that make you feel during the breathing time?
Well, you see, there was action. It'd be like, oh, bang, 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 explosion, explosion. And then they'd get to somewhere and it would calm down for like 5 minutes. And you'd
Mhm.
be like, okay. And there would be some talking. And normally it was just exposition or something to move the plot forward.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it was back to the quick moving camera, quick cuts, running, bang, bang, yelling.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess. Change of pace is nice every now and then when you're watching a movie,
Yeah.
rather than it just being
A constant.
speedy.
Slow.
Yeah, if I bring up Hot Fuzz, that
Uh.
movie has a lot of action scenes,
Uh-oh.
and a lot of it's really quick cut, loud noises, running, fast moving camera,
Mm-hmm.
But it also
and
has a lot of like
yeah, but it also just slow down a lot of it too.
two guys watching a movie. That's all.
Yeah, and
With was Hot Fuzz a action? I've never seen it. Are you
yeah,
gonna
it
give me a
is.
quick
It's
summary
like
of it?
so a like big city cop gets moved to a like small village in the middle of
Mm.
nowhere, and their
Yeah.
police force kind of sucks, and he's not used to like the rules and everything. And without getting into spoilers, because it's really good, there's some other stuff in the the small village that's a bit shady
Yeah.
and
And then he
stuff.
like tries to put an end to that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he does. And he
Okay.
tries to like clean it up with his partner.
Okay. Okay.
And his wife left him because he was like a workaholic. But like he learns that it's not everything to always be on like the go, go, go.
With that principle of it's okay to not be on the go go go, do you think Chris Hemsworth kind of had like that same slight build to him towards the end from the beginning, by just
Uh,
being with Ovi?
Yeah, I guess.
mm,
I feel like
yeah.
that kind like vaguely applies. It's kind of a stretch though. I believe.
At first I kind of like saw Hemsworth as like he's just doing another job and like fine, I'll just do
Just
this as fast
power
as possible.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the money. The end.
And then once his friends go assassinated and he realized that they're being stitched up and he has a good talk with Ovi, he's like,
Yeah, you
what?
become emotionally attached to like what he's actually doing, and it's not just like, oh, this man is just gonna kill everyone because he's told to.
Yeah. So The movie's good. It's not great. It's not
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Would you guys be inclined to see a sequel?
Yeah, I'd like a sequel.
I don't think I would want a sequel. I
Why?
feel like a sequel would just ruin that ending of him just being dead.
But he's not dead. He's alive.
I'd like to believe he's dead.
You can see him at
Did you
the
watch
end.
the ending where the kid's swimming and he turns and he looks at a white man who's in the
That
distance?
I just
Who's
wrote that
act-
off to be PTSD or something. I doubt
Oh,
that was. I doubt that was like
You know, he was the
actually
same height as Chris Hemsworth,
Like-
same clothes. He even had the sunnies, the Chris Hemsworth
merely a
sunnies.
hallucination,
Oh yeah,
mass
I don't know.
hysteria. And if multiple people saw him, that's just called mass hysteria.
I
see?
wouldn't mind a sequel.
I would like a sequel. Yeah,
Yeah.
Fair
Maybe
enough.
take place
in
somewhere
first world
else.
countries like
Yeah,
Britland.
America.
How did it go in the box office? Oh wait, it didn't come out in box
It
office.
came out on Netflix.
How many what's the viewership for it?
#1 in Australia.
Yeah, it was #1 in Australia for a bit on Netflix.
It still is, isn't it?
I think a TV show has overtaken it as the norm with Netflix.
Yeah,
Just do a
well,
quick little check. Um, Never Have I Ever
Oh,
Yeah.
of
and
course.
The Last Dance have overtaken it.
Of course, The Last Dance, a fantastic anthology.
okay, so well, it's still in the top 3 for
show.
Australia then, so that's pretty still high up there.
Yeah, and it came out what, like a week ago now, the 24th.
I think it's
Yeah,
I think
Came
it
out
might be
last Friday.
the trending might be based towards you because for me the top one is Community,
Oh, really?
Ozark, and like Prison Break. It's not even on there for me anymore.
Prison
Oh.
Break's a good film. They do some extracting in that. Oh, the
It's a
movie,
TV
TV show.
show.
That's what I meant. With what's its face, Captain Cold and Heatwave.
Oh, okay. Well, if you compare but on this film standalone, I think we can admit it had a good story. But when you compare it to a bunch of other films and ways it could have been just slightly better in each way, it you can see how it wasn't truly that amazing. And I think that reflects from the score it was given by most critics being about 60%, roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Big.
for a Netflix movie, it's pretty good.
Pretty solid.
better than the last one with Ryan Reynolds 6 feet under.
Six
I-
underground.
6 stick on the ground.
I couldn't
Did you
watch
say
that.
6 feet? That
He
was-
said
I-
6 feet
saw that-
under.
Yeah, like a grave, dude.
I couldn't watch that. It was unwatchable. The Michael Bay is not a good director.
And then there
In
was
his recent
also
years, he did a
I-
good
I
first
thought it was-
Transformers.
I watched after I thought Six Underground was one of those films you can watch once, but you shouldn't watch it again.
Nothing makes sense in it. You're
I
watching
mean-
it and it's like, there's a parkour dude now?
That was in the first 5 minutes. You didn't just think it was there. He was always there.
He just showed up randomly.
It was yeah. How do you introduce a character?
Then
You did
someone
the first
died.
15 minutes.
Well, someone died also, which had no connection to the viewer. He just died, and we're meant to feel sorry.
The car guy.
Yeah, and then they all got really sad that he died. And I'm like,
Yeah, I can kind of see that. I think you're meant
he
to be
had no
more
personality.
Yeah, I think you're meant to be more with Ryan Reynolds' character for it and be like, oh, the fuck, cool, he's dead now. I think you're meant to more vibe with that, and you're meant to like side, and then eventually start siding with the other
Also,
members of it.
that film was way too oversaturated. It's a
Well,
Michael. It's a
Yeah,
Michael.
that had too much. That
it's
had
a
too much
Michael.
colours.
Yeah, it's a Michael Bay saturation though. Michael Bay only does saturation.
well,
Fair
and
enough.
it
Too
seems
many
at this
cuts
point
as well.
Netflix is making a bunch of like these big action, flashy blockbusters. Oh, not blockbusters, but
And they're bringing on
you
like
know.
big time directors,
Yeah,
writers, and stuff. Like Joe
last-
Russo wrote Extraction.
Yeah, but we also had last year Triple Frontier as well, which had like Ben Affleck, Oscar Isaac, Pedro Pascal.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean
The
now.
Irishman.
Again, it was it's a 70% action movie, but You know, it's pretty good.
The Irishman was a good Netflix original.
And that came out in. That wasn't a Netflix original.
Was it not? It
It
came
was
out.
supposed to come out in cinemas, but it didn't, so they put it on Netflix.
It's
Okay.
Netflix original.
And
That's-
it did
Oh.
come out in cinemas in America.
Oh yeah, guys know
Some cinemas.
I was just looking at the director for Extraction, and his name's Sam
Yeah,
Hargrave.
He's a
it's-
stunt guy.
It's Sam Hargrave. He's been like beside the Russo brothers for so many Marvel films, and it's finally his turn to make a movie, and the Russo brothers decided to write it.
Because
for him.
he's a stunt dude.
Yeah, and
What's his thing?
he played the sniper. Did you know?
Who
well,
got
in the film.
killed like
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Immediately.
G.
I was like,
Yeah, at the
I
beginning.
recognize that guy. That guy seems pretty cool. Oh, he's
He-
dead now.
He pulled the Jojo Rabbit. I forgot the name of the director.
Taika Waititi.
Yeah, I didn't forget. I just didn't want to mispronounce it and just horribly insult everyone. Yeah. Yeah, he pulled one of those.
I like
Including
when
himself
they.
in his own film.
Yeah.
It's a nice
did.
touch when you get to see the people behind the film also in the film.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you don't expect to see like the editors in the film, but
I expect
and,
to
like,
see
the
the
film crew.
VFX.
You expect to see like a behind the scenes video like midway through to see what they've done so far.
You just see the VFX work on the VFX, and then they just quickly run into a scene, being like,
Yeah, fair
they
enough.
would save a lot of money doing that. Like
You
have
want just make every film be like a behind the scenes, but
every
not actually the film.
extra is just a VFX or like cameraman kind of guy.
Well, even extras have to have some sort of acting passion, or they want to get into it more. Well, no, not all. Some do just for the money. While some say editors aren't comfortable being in front of the camera on a big film, so but they like working on them behind the stage, behind the camera.
Well, we drifted quite off topic.
We definitely did.
That
I
was
feel like
very
30% of this podcast is just not us even talking about Extraction at this point. It's just, yeah, this film's also cool, but this one's cooler.
Do you feel like they succeeded in the film, like the name of the
I
film,
mean-
Extraction?
they sure
They
made
lived
a
up to the
movie about
name.
an extraction.
They did
Yeah.
extract the kid, therefore, it's a good movie.
Remember that's, I was going to go off topic again on the
Okay,
name.
no, we're good, we're
We're-
good.
we're
Eric,
gonna
we
stay
wrap
on
it
topic.
up. Let's wrap it up.
That was, well, thank you for having me, guys.
No problem.
it's
Charlie,
my
also
pleasure.
known as Hymil, the famous Twitch streamer and
Super famous, by the way.
influential
Unbelievably.
YouTuber.
Well, I'd like to thank you guys for having me.
Do you want to plug all your social medias?
Oh yeah. If you're part of the 0.5% who have made it this far, I would like to ask you humbly to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitter. Oh, and my Twitch. And my one OnlyFans. Don't forget about my Patreon. I don't have one, but I'll make one. My Pinterest.
Facebook account?
Can't forget about LinkedIn. Facebook, good one. Thank you for reminding me. I almost forgot about that. Am I missing anything, guys?
MySpace?
Oh yeah, my Tumblr, my MySpace. MySpace, just Hymil. For my
eHarmony?
Tumblr, it's my old gamertag, HQ998. If you want to find me on eHarmony, just be in my local area and we'll just eventually swipe. Thank you guys. Again,
Alright.
thank you for having me.
Follow me on Twitter
Ye-
at Hamish McDonald 20
Wouldn't that be just
for-
link?
for daily tweets.
Well, I stream daily, so you could probably check me out at Kochi_ on Twitch.
This has just become a massive plug at the end now.
And also
for
don't
everyone.
forget my Twitter. And
Oh,
also
yeah,
my
your Twitter.
YouTube.
Mhm.
Also Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah.
Tinder,
MySpace,
MySpace,
OnlyFans,
OnlyFans,
Pornhub
eHarmony.
account,
No, alright.
verified Pornhub account.
We're gonna wrap it up here. So thank you
Alright.
guys for tuning into the Bruh Podcast where we make weekly.
Thank
I think
you for having me.
Weekly content. Yeah, I think next time we will
I'll see you at the end of the year.
zoom into Sonic, finally.
Alright, see you guys. Thank you for having me.
Thank you,
no
Emma.
worries.